you hear me? Hey Jess, can you hear me now? How's the audio now? Can you hear? Can you hear me? Hello, 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 hello. Good evening. Hey Hemi, how are you doing? Is my microphone working okay? Because I was just trying to. Oh, okay, sorry about that. I'm using my cordless microphone, so I can roam around and you can still hear me. And the battery is like halfway, so I just wanted to charge it a little bit. So here in Canada, it's still pretty cold at night. It gets down to I think the low like 68 degrees or something like that, which is a little bit cold for me. So I hope everybody is good, doing well, staying at home, and trying to space out and keep a distance from each other in case of contamination. So okay, great. I apologize for the audio, and I apologize I was unable to do a live stream. I try to do it every Monday. I'm trying hard, and actually, as a matter of fact, I just came back from Asian style supermarket, and the reason I was really tied up last week is because my fridge decided to break down on me, and there's a main switch on the fridge. It's a power master switch, but that thing is like hitting inside. You have to take the fridge apart to get into that switch, and that switch has melted. So I was trying. That was the Easter weekend, and I was trying to get that part, and everything was closed, right? So finally, after the long weekend, I called in to check on that switch. They said, "Well, there's no more switch. They don't make it." So can you guys guess what was the remedy? Can you guess how I fixed that fridge? Anyway, it took me, I think, on Friday the fridge went out, and I fixed it on Wednesday. But I'll let you go. I'll tell you guys a little bit later how it was. Yeah, Jess, it's great, guys. Staying at home? Hey, Jess, I try to keep it a secret. You told me straight wired. Man, you're awesome. Yeah, like I called, so there's no more secret, I guess. So straight wire, that was the two other wires. So you had to touch the other wire, and then the thing will come down, and after that, it will connect to the other wire, so it will come back up. So I don't know what that is. So I hope I can get that thing working, guys. Yeah, I hope the quality is okay. But anyway, let's talk about. I don't know about the connection, guys. I hope it's all right. Can you hear? Yeah, I hope you can hear me too. Yeah, I just got back, so I'm not really organized. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. Uh, yeah, Stalinoid switch. Yeah, so I'm just gonna find a switch so I can the switch I can push back. Yeah, this internet is a little bit weaker today because I'm outside a bit further away from the. I'm a little bit further away from the Wi-Fi hotspot. Okay, I just trying to give you a little bit more greenery to feel a little bit more outdoorsy. I'll be catching a lot of mosquitoes, anyways. So let's talk about Hong Kong. Hong Kong actually, for the weekend, there were zero cases of COVID-19 reported, and that was really I'm really happy to know, happy to hear the news, and everything that seems to be going well. But the rules are kind of tough in Hong Kong because you are in Hong Kong actually when you sit in restaurants. Now they restrict it to four people on one table, but you have to be like a meter apart from each table. So a meter, so like 3 feet away. And Hong Kong, basically the restaurants are like jam packed, so you are basically rubbing shoulders, you know. So it's hard for them. They try really hard, but lots of restaurants are closing down because they can't make any. Oh, okay. I'm fuzzy looking. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, maybe next time I'll do the vlog. I'll go home and I'll go inside to do the vlog. I'm just a little bit further away from the chat. So that was a problem. So a lot of restaurants they just quit opening, and Hong Kong people said they were going to they're gonna help the government. They said they are committing the funds, but somehow Hong Kong people hasn't received any funds from the COVID-19, and we still have to apply for it. And another sad news in Hong Kong is 14 Democratic people, the party, has been arrested. So the charges there are illegal gathering. So they were illegal gathering. So the four people got you know four people got in trouble. So they were arrested. So it's going to be a lot of drama going on. So it's sad to hear. Okay, great. Thank you, Jesse. Yeah. So another thing is, like old folks, they live in Hong Kong, like Asian culture. The old folks like usually live with the kids. So when the kids go to work, they usually don't let their parents in the apartment because they're old. They might set a fire. They might trip inside because Hong Kong units are really small, like 350 square foot or 400 square foot, or some living in 250 square foot. So that's really small, and they trip over. Something might happen to them. So usually these old folks would go down the parks and walk around, and the deal is you're not allowed to gather more than four persons in one group. So there were, like, I think it happened a week and a half ago. There were four seniors playing chess on a table in the park, and there's like a crowd. So everyone got fined $2,000. Everyone in that, even including the chess players. They're playing Chinese chess. You know, those chess are really big with the Chinese characters. I don't know. Have you guys seen this? I think I'm overexposing myself, guys. This is a little bit better. I'm just trying to get this everything. See my light here? Is it a little bit dark here? I think it's even better without the light, guys. Yeah, just a little bit here. I'll just put this here. Here we go. A bit further away. Yeah. So thank you very much. Yeah, give me a thumbs up if you guys can. I know it's a lousy stream. Sorry about that. I apologize. And another thing is, yeah, I hate to be overexposed. Yeah, another thing is, the sucky deal is the karaoke. Somebody got contaminated, like got the virus from the karaoke, but there's not much to do. And the thing is, Hong Kong, unlike North America or other countries, that the homes are really big, right? So the deal is the homes are really small, as I said, 250 square foot, and the whole family lives there, including the father and mother and the kid and the little son or something like that. So what they do is they try to go out, and stay away from the crowd. So they stay in a private room as a karaoke to sing like that. But even now, the karaoke has been shut down, and the after that, uh, the body massage, and the nail finger, the polish, manicure, and feet massages has been shut down too. So all of these things has been shut down. Um and the other thing is, as another thing is, nobody, I think nobody dares to go to get a haircut. I don't know why, but people think you might get contaminated or get the virus getting a haircut. So in Hong Kong, I think the barber shops are not much open at all, so they're closed. School, the DSC examination, that's a really big deal, has been canceled. So originally, my kids supposed to go to school on today. Today is the April the 20th, so they've postponed it again until May, and all the exams, especially my son is graduating, and the school is not gonna have any more exams for the semester. So I guess they're just gonna take an average score from your regular tests before and your homework and stuff like that to give you a score. But the really big deal is the DSC, that that examination. I think it's in primary four. So if you don't do well, you basically get kicked out of school, or you don't have a seat. So Hong Kong school system is really screwed up. Okay. uh, I have the freedom to say it. In Hong Kong, we still have freedom of speech. So I'm saying it's screwed up because it's a pyramid system. So the higher level you go in education, the smaller students will be there. So they're trying to get rid of a lot of students, you know. So in Hong Kong, it goes like Form 4. So Form 4, they that's the big DSC exam. So when you don't do well, you don't go to Form 5 or Form 6. So pretty much that's pretty much a British system still in Hong Kong. But the DSC is a really a sucky deal. So kids are gonna stay here for a while. And hey, hello, Kevin. Welcome to my stream. Yeah. So and and the sucky thing is, since we left, early January, if you've been following my videos and my channel, I've been paying full price for the school tuition, and still now I'm still paying full price, and I'm unable to work, and it's kind of being really, it's been a bummer. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know what to do, but yeah, I guess that's life. Oh, I don't know what to say because they charge. It's not a public school, so they're both going to international school, and another funny thing is, they go for the British system, so they go for the GCI GSC exams and the BTECs, so they're going with that. So if they continue on their education in the UK, it will be just like a tailor made for them. Okay, and a lot of schools will recognize. So if the kids come to the States or Canada to study, they will have to do a lot of like the SAT or the TOEFL exams. So it's gonna be, hey, Sunny Man. Sunny Man is my Patreon. He's an awesome guy. Welcome to my channel. Thank you very much for joining me. Uh, and there's a lot of mosquitoes here, so I hope I won't be bitten to death. And yeah, sometimes you find the wasps, these wasps, and there was a nest, and that was really scary. That was last year. So they told me if you find a nest and you destroy it, and then the next year they'll come back to make the same nest at the same place. So I have to do something about it. So I went to Home Depot to get a fake thing to put there. So I haven't hung it up yet, but they're supposed to hang it up. So my hair is really bad, man. There's no, I know, no place to cut my hair, so I should just get one of those shavers just to shave my head. So even my friends, all my friends that I video call, none of them are having haircuts. So in case you guys just joined me, I'm talking about in Hong Kong, they're doing well. The reason they're doing well is this weekend there's zero cases of COVID-19 reported in Hong Kong. So which is it's a good sign. Yeah, and in Hong Kong, by the way, they call it the Wuhan virus, okay, because it came from Wuhan, and it was really bad. And Hong Kong people are pretty gutsy because, as you know, Hong Kong revert back from they left, British left, the UK left Hong Kong and handed back to China in 1997, but they have the basic law. But I think the basic law is not really working nowadays. Uh, but when the Wuhan virus came, when the thing started to become big, the Hong Kong government, they said we don't need to close the borders to the mainland Chinese, and because obviously because the boss is Beijing, right? So they got to listen to the Beijing guys. But Hong Kong people are so, they are close together. Night, they are, how can I say that? What's that word? They are united. So the frontline hospital workers all went on strike, and they just walked off the job. And that was a really big deal because the COVID-19 was getting really serious, and they went on strike at that time. And a lot of people like had mixed feelings about it, but eventually the government gave in, so they shut down most of the borders and only left, I think, three borders open. Before there's a lot more borders, so they left the airport open. They left I think the Macau Zhuhai bridge open, Yeah, I think only two borders they left open. Even till now, there's only two borders. Yeah, and if even now, if I go back, I have to be quarantined for 2 weeks. So I was reading the news today, and actually, in Hong Kong, and I don't think they will have this in North America, but they think it's illegal because they'll track you. Have a tracking device on you, so it's your freedom of rights are being violated. So it probably won't work in Canada or the States, but in Hong Kong, there's a tracker you put on your wrist, and it's connected to the Bluetooth on your cell phone, and and it's connected wherever. So the police or the health department sets up a perimeter. So if you go further away, they know you left your home, and they would. I think the maximum fine is 6 months imprisonment. So Hong Kong has been really tough putting on these things, and this device has been it's made in Canada. So the Canadians made this thing uh, to track people down in Hong Kong. But I guess it's there's what can we do? And even now in the States, the COVID-19 is really bad because people are really sick and tired of staying home and they can't stand it anymore. They are fighting back and they really want to go out and have their normal lives. So what do you think about that, guys? It's I don't know. I don't know, guys. Yeah. Uh, so that's what's happening in Hong Kong, dear. So it's kind of sad. Uh, oh dear. So in Hong Kong now, so if I think even now the tourists are banned. If you, I think you'll have to be a resident to enter Hong Kong now. So they really tighten up the border now. So I think it even applies to the mainland Chinese. They can't even go to Hong Kong. So this has been, I think it's been really successful. And in Hong Kong, Hong Kong's population is around 7.5 million people, and there's only 5 people that lost their lives in Hong Kong. Yeah, and that's I think it's not good, but the people kept it really low. The Hong Kong government, they made out all these laws and stuff like that. So I think Hong Kong is doing a good job because Hong Kong had the SARS before in 2003, and unlike hey, Mr. Mitch, how are you doing, my friend? Thank you for joining in late evening. Yeah, so you know North Americans usually have the privilege to live in a individual house, right, or a low density apartment, a duplex or condo or something like that. But in Hong Kong, people don't have the privilege to live in, big condos and stuff like that. They live in these high rises, and all these high rises are at least 30 stories high or at least 40 stories high. And the deal is, let's talk a little bit about the SARS. It hit Hong Kong, okay? So some guy got infected with SARS. So it's a respiratory disease. Your lungs would fog up with water, and you'll die from suffocation. So it's a similar disease virus. So the guy what happened was there wasn't enough U pipes. Okay, so these U pipes supposed to have water on the bottom of the bathroom, the toilet, but these people in Hong Kong, Hong Kong, people try to cut corners. So that building they didn't build the U pipes. So there were straight pipes that going straight from bottom to top. So what happened is somebody had the virus. Sorry about that. Here, let me move my right over here a bit. Uh, Let me move it a little bit more, guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay, here we are. And okay, yes, we're focusing. Sorry about the interruption, guys. So the U pipes, they didn't build U pipes, so they're straight pipes. So the virus just went up to the whole building, and the whole block of people were infected with this SARS. So think how serious. And I think a few thousand people died from that. A few people died from that virus, and they were living on the same unit, the flat. So every building is going up. So nowadays, even when I'm not in Hong Kong, I ask somebody just, the drain pipes, because the U pipes, when they dry up, the virus can go in the other way. So every day they gotta, flush some water down the drain or something like that, just to keep water as a barrier from the virus. So that was so Hong Kong was prepared. After that experience, they really careful. So the death toll in Hong Kong is about 5 people, which is really well. I think they did a really good job, guys. Uh, People are having fun with their automobiles, I guess. And you often hear a lot of motorbikes, people zooming down the highway. And plus, guys, I don't know. Please leave me a comment. I have one of those black boxes, those dash cams on my SUV. And yes, there's 2 lanes that you get on the freeway, right? There's 2 lanes, and you merge to 1 lane up top, and later on you just go into the merge to the freeway. And some nut was reversing back, trying to get. He went the wrong way. Okay, he didn't want to go on the freeway, so he was basically on the ramp, reversing back on one of the 2 lanes. And I was just honking because I was just going like 30 miles, 35 miles turning in that ramp. And this guy's just reversing back. And he gave, his thing, gave me the, whatever. And hey, man, so I have the video clips. So do you think I should report him? I mean, I have him, it recorded him front and back, and it shows his vehicle on the reverse lights and shows his wheels turning backwards on the freeway ramp. So what do you guys think? Should I just send the video clip to the police? Tell me about it. Oh, Monkey Jim 999. Yes, oil prices is negative, man. This is really bad because nobody's going out. The gas prices are, yeah, that's really bad. And whew, you should. You think so? Yeah, he's flipped me off, and he just like that. And it's a freeway ramp. And excuse me, but it's not China. Even China, they don't do that anymore because there's like CCTV cameras everywhere, and you get caught just like in no time. Before, like I think 15, 20 years ago, yes, you can do whatever you like on the freeway. You can drive on the wrong direction in mainland China, okay? But nowadays, everybody's behaving themselves because there's speed cameras, there's facial recognition, there's every single thing camera that you can imagine. They'll probably have a breathalyzer that can feel your breath, And by the way, yeah, it's really unsafe. I mean, I was just turning 35 miles an hour on a left turn, okay? Just like that turning. And he's revert backing up. And I can't see him because obviously it's like a blind corner, right? And that's ridiculous. Yeah, so I think, yeah, I'm gonna write a email to the local department. I know the few constables down there working. Uh, yeah, I think I should report him. I got his plate, everything. It's just dangerous. Hey, motorcyclists. Yeah, so Hong Kong, uh, they're doing well, and they haven't. The Hong Kong people hasn't let their guard down, but in Hong Kong, unlike North America, um, everybody wears a face mask. Okay, if you don't wear a face mask, people would give you the look. Okay, but I feel in North America, if you wear a face mask, people will give you the look for wearing a face mask. So what do you think, guys? So, and people sometimes get discriminated against, especially, I'm an Asian wearing a face mask, and they'll, in their minds, they'll blink, Asian face mask, and then they'll say China virus, right? So that's sad, guys. Yeah. So I think honestly, the face mask, um, it helps me from infecting other people. If I have a cough, if I have some viral coughing, and and it was so funny that the Prime Minister of Canada, he says try to avoid speaking moistly. Have you heard of that word before? Speaking moistly, like so. If you have a face mask, um, your moistly words won't spread to people. So I think it's more safe to protect others. Like you don't know whoever's on the street that might have caught the virus, right? So it's just a protection, I think, for me in case I got the virus. I'll give it. It's protecting others for wearing a mask and avoid, I think, touching my nose and my mouth. I think so. But most importantly, I have this hand sanitizer everywhere I go, so that's I think that's one of the safer things. Wow, Jesse, you yeah, you're an expert on all this hazmat stuff. I have to give you credit because you know so much. You've been messaging me and you showing me all these gear. It's amazing, man. And you donated a lot of gear to the frontline people. So you're an awesome guy. Just wanted my subscribers to know. Thank you very much. In UK, most people don't wear face masks. It isn't enough for hospitals, and which is probably why the government isn't telling the general public. Maybe, yeah, maybe. But the thing is, China, I heard, China is trying to help, sending face masks to other countries and test kits. But the truth is, Hong Kong has a lot of Chinese mainland China masks for sale in Hong Kong, and usually the standard is 50 masks in a box. Okay, 50 of them in a box. So what they do is break it up in 5 pieces in a plastic bag, right? And they'll sell it for a little bit higher, a lot higher, okay, to make more profit. So I think a news company in Hong Kong, news channel, did some investigation. So they bought like 5, 6 packs of these masks, and none of these masks that came from China were had type approval, like they were safe to protect, that your saliva, the virus would come out of their mask. They were really thin, you can see through them. So you got to be careful where the masks are coming from, because you don't know, you might be just, it's a false sense of security. So I think the best, I mean, I have all types of masks, even the N95, but the N95, it's really uncomfortable. These tight rubber bands that, you have to put around your head. And it's just, and then you have a big mark across your nose and your mouth and your chin after you wear it for like half a day, a few hours. So it's really uncomfortable to wear. Yeah, Monkey Gym. Yes, it's true. In Hong Kong, they have, because China, it's so easy to bring these masks down to make a quick buck. So these masks are just really crappy quality. So it's really bad. So I'm really glad that I'm in North America, because some of my friends here, they already got payments for the compensation, like they can't work and stuff like that. Some people got like $800 already, so which is good. But in Hong Kong, they said, oh yeah, everybody's getting like 1,500 US, but till now nobody's gotten any money. So lots of restaurants in the streets are boarded up because they went broke. That's really sad. Uh, so later on this week, I'm gonna ride my bike to downtown Vancouver, and it really looks like a ghost town. It's really bad here, um, and plus, looting and stealing and breaking-ins are rising very high, because there's not much people on the street. So they boarded up the whole old downtown, all these luxury stores, and it's really sad. It's like a haunted town. So when I take my bike, when I go for a ride, I'm going to show you guys. I think I'll put one of those helmet cams on, and then I'll bring my Osmo along. And it's always nice to wear a helmet cam when you ride a bicycle, especially you're Asian, especially the COVID-19. Okay, guys, people tend to be more friendlier when they see your face. They nod. But when you don't have no camera and thing, you'll get the look for sure. I'm not, you know, I did a vlog before, and yeah, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Yeah, so basically, Hong Kong is doing well. So I hope everything's going to be well, and Hong Kong's going to get better. And the kids got to finish school properly, right? You can't rely on Google Classroom and on Zoom. And Zoom is owned by a mainland Chinese company, and even Hong Kong now they're worried about the security. Even their school has sent the email on privacy concerns and all that because they know the passwords, they can be leaked easily and stuff like that. hmm So that's what I wanted to say. So I hope you guys are you guys enjoying the view at the back? It's downtown Vancouver here. It's very nice view, and some of my subscribers were saying that the kids are just hitting golf balls, killing all the plants. So I got them like a net, a golf net, so they can hit the balls in the net instead of hitting it all over the garden. How's that, guys? Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mitch. So that's here. Here, this is downtown Vancouver. Okay, so on just on this side, straight down here is Mount Baker, so we can see Mount Baker from here. We're just neighbors, Mr. Mitch. Okay, we got 30 days we can see each other. They extended the border closure. Sad. Yeah. So I'll try to, apologize today if it was like kind of buffering and the signal's not right because I'm just a little bit away from the house which I'm living in. Yeah. So basically, mosquitoes are eating me alive. So I'm just wasn't really prepared. But today was interesting. Oh yeah, five. Yeah, the Zoom. Yeah. So did you guys check out my Nikon video? It's got a few hundred views. Wow, yippee! I'm excited. But that camera, it's a really sick camera. I mean, you can just zoom in. Think about think about you guys bathing on a penthouse or something like that. I mean, you better get, put a towel, wrap it around you twice when you see me with this Nikon camera. And it's amazing. You can just see a ski slope, and you can actually see people skiing on there. You can recognize their face. I'm serious about that. That camera is crazy. Yeah, but the camera, the night function, it's a bit weak. I think the fun thing is just if you go traveling, whatever, you have this camera. It's just like a Swiss Army life. You have everything, there. It's a gadget thing. It's really fun to play with. You both need an agriculture drone for transferring goods between the two of you. Yeah, yeah, it's a yeah. Stephen MC Goen, how are you? Welcome to my channel. Yeah, so I hope everything was good. The microphone here, Carlos. I just actually just got back, so I'm just a little bit late. And we just had to. I had to go to an Asian supermarket. One thing about Vancouver, Canada, is really good, is because there's a lot of Asian supermarkets, and not necessarily have to be Chinese supermarkets. They're Korean supermarkets, and they're like Indian, they're Filipino. There's a lot of different types of you know supermarkets, and you can get all different stuff, and it's really good. And today, oh yeah, I miss Costco's steak, Mr. Mitch. Fly a drone over. We'll meet up at Peace Arch and do a transaction. The border patrol, the CPD might say, "Hey, what are you guys trading?" We're trading steaks. I still got some steaks. I bought about 15 pieces of steak. It's in the freezer. Actually, when my refrigerator broke down, this anyways, the my refrigerator broke down on Friday last Friday, and I had it running on Wednesday, but I had to wait to call a service center on Tuesday. And because when I called on Tuesday, they said they don't make that switch anymore. They discontinued it for 6 years. But the thing is, there was I think it's a fault or something, that switch will melt in time. So they just told me just to bypass the switch and just connect it directly. So I just I had a crimp thing and just crimped the wires, and the fridge was working. So that was the whole ordeal with the fridge. And my nowadays the trash and everything is they don't come as much. And my trash compactor, there's a stupid little plastic key. I lost it, so I have to find a switch that I can use it for it, because it's a 110 switch. So when I try to connect the two switch, there's a lot of sparks coming out, and those sparks are kind of scary, guys. Yeah, Mr. Mitchell, I hope we can travel down, but it's 30 days, man. That's a lot of. Oh dear. So I hope, God bless, North America. God bless everybody. I hope this virus will be contained. I hope, as they say, the curve, leveling the curve, and the curve gradually, dying like the gas prices, right? Yeah. So the gas is so cheap now. You can get a, 6.9 liter V8 and won't worry about gas in the just this those good olden days, with big V8s. Yeah, so basically, I just wanted to tell you Hong Kong, it's doing pretty well, but the quarantine and everything, and school has been postponed again. The the major examinations are all being canceled. So they have to get back. Maybe they get back mid-May or something like that. I don't know. I might stay here or something like that, because my mom's not feeling too well. She's sick and old. So uh, I'm the only, I'm the only son here, and my sister has to work. But I rather be here just to see my mom here. Since there's not much happening around the world. And I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Uh, and thank you very much for joining me. I'm sorry things aren't very organized today on my live, but it's always nice to see you guys, my Patreons, my subscribers, my administrator Jesse, and thank you very much for watching my channel. And I just appreciate it so much, guys. And if the curve flattens, still, still be safe, still do your hand washes, still wear a mask if you have to, or do whatever to keep yourself safe, and don't go to crowded places. And then give me a few days. I'm going to do that video on downtown Vancouver. It's like a ghost town, and it's kind of scary. So I'm going to cook dinner, because kids are going to have lunch Hong Kong time around 10 o'clock Pacific time. So now it's almost 9 o'clock. I've got an hour to prepare dinner. Uh, so you guys, thanks for being awesome, supportive, and watching my boring face on this channel. So I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna pack my stuff in, and yeah, thank you very much, Sonny man. You're awesome. Thank you so much for supporting my Patreon and watching my channel. Uh, yeah, Chef I is gonna cook. And by the way, um, check out my Instagram. Come to my Facebook. Give me a like there or something like that. And usually the food I cook at home, I put it on my Instagram if it looks nice. Sometimes it's burnt. I screw up too, so I don't put it on. So good night, and God bless. Stay safe. That's the most important thing. So I'm signing off now. Bye bye.